Really, maybe retirement. Maybe retirement. I think I need to take some time. I really want to help the kids out in the boxing world.
He did his thing.
No, I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I knew it was going to be a good fight. And
I landed a good amount of punches, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what the judges see sometimes, but it's all.
This is the moment that shook the division. Teofimo Lopez has just lost to Shakur Stevenson, and now he is openly talking retirement straight after the fight. That alone tells you how comprehensively Shakur dismantled him. This was not just a defeat. This was Shakur Stevenson breaking Teofimo Lopez mentally, tactically, and emotionally on the biggest stage.
That you want to retire from boxing at the age of 25, having just won the title at 140 pounds?
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to really, I have so many projects and so many ideas that I really want to put into display now. And I don't think with me staying in course of training and always focusing on the next fight, it's going to give me the opportunity to do it.
Gervonta Davis says Teofimo Lopez fights with his ego, not his brain. He points out the hands-down approach, the forced attacks, and the lack of structure. That assessment fits perfectly. Against Shakur Stevenson, mistakes get punished. Teofimo Lopez does not lose on power or courage. He loses because Shakur Stevenson stays calm, disciplined, and smarter every single round.
I think he just thought so much, like, the guy was a slouch. And he went in there and with his hands down. Like, and he tried to force, there's so much things he did wrong in that fight that made him. Then he was too big-headed. For one, his father was too.
Floyd Mayweather keeps it respectful and avoids criticizing Teofimo Lopez or his father. The tone is calm, but the contrast is obvious. Teofimo Lopez sounds like a fighter searching for answers. Shakur Stevenson looks like a fighter who already has them. One side talks about adjustments, while the other has already taken control and proven superiority.
I'm not going to sit right here and bash him or bash his dad. I wish him and his dad nothing but the best. Some people was telling me that he wanted to move up to 140. If that's the best for your fighter, then.
Kell Brook reacts with genuine shock and points straight to the chaos from the opening round. The emotional approach, the wild energy, and the lack of control all worked against Teofimo Lopez. Against Shakur Stevenson, that kind of mindset is suicide. Shakur thrives when opponents rush and unravel. From round one, he read Teofimo Lopez perfectly and calmly dismantled him while the corner failed to settle things down.
Teofimo Lopez obviously losing all the belts. Did you see that coming?
Yeah, no, I did not see that coming. You know, when me once said Lopez had beat Lomachenko, and nobody gave any chance. But I could not believe it that he'd lost, to him. But his dad did. What a stupid thing his dad would tell him to go out and just to go out and just look how it will go.
Paulie Malignaggi gives credit and tries to soften the blow by talking about youth and future chances. But this loss cuts deeper than most. Teofimo Lopez was not edged out. He was clearly outboxed. Shakur Stevenson controlled distance, tempo, and decision-making. When a fighter looks confused for 12 rounds, rebuilding confidence becomes a serious challenge, not just a learning experience.
Did a good job, can't take anything away. Lopez was the favorite. Lopez has been super impressive in his career. I'm sure he'll be back. He's got to probably, we all have to assess things after a loss, but he's young. He'll be back.
Kell Brook highlights the biggest flaw in Teofimo Lopez's performance, which was emotional decision-making. Swinging for the knockout blinded him to everything else. Shakur Stevenson stayed patient and let those moments pass. Every reckless attack drained Teofimo Lopez further. Shakur never chased power. He chased control. That difference in mindset is why one fighter looked frustrated while the other looked levels above.
And both amazing fighters, but I put Lopez up. Look at him, he's an unbelievable fighter. I was so shocked that, you know, he got the loss in the weekend.
Right, so do you think it was completely wrong tactics? Do you think he fought with too much emotion?
Too much emotion, you know. I think they got too much emotion. He went in there and he was swinging for the houses, you know. He was really going to take your head off, and it should have. When you go for the knockout, you don't really get the knockout, you know. You don't really get it, you know. Sometimes you do, but like I say, if you box and stick to the game plan, what the coaches and what you come up with, it comes.
Caleb Plant focuses on effort and toughness, praising the fight itself. But effort alone does not win elite matchups. Teofimo Lopez showed heart, yet heart means little without answers. Shakur Stevenson neutralized him round after round, removing rhythm and confidence. This was not about who tried harder. This was about who understood the fight better, and Shakur Stevenson was always one step ahead.
Strong, he did good, and you know, he put on a hell of a fight. And he's a hell of a fighter, he's a hell of a champion.
Paulie Malignaggi points out the clear drop in discipline compared to the Lomachenko performance. That is the key difference. Teofimo Lopez treated this fight like another showcase instead of a chess match. Shakur Stevenson never allows that kind of mistake to go unpunished. From the opening bell, Shakur demanded respect with timing, distance, and accuracy. At this level, arrogance becomes a weakness. Teofimo Lopez fought like he expected moments to appear. Shakur Stevenson created every moment himself. That contrast explains why the fight slipped away so cleanly and why the loss hit so hard.
I don't want to say overlooked, but I definitely felt Lopez fought a much more undisciplined fight than he did against Lomachenko. I thought Lomachenko, he was so
looked like he didn't
savvy.
Have a plan.
Yeah, and I don't know if he you know, it's a lack of respecting your opponent, which is something that sometimes when you're younger you do. Well, you can't overlook anybody at this level. You know, when somebody's fighting for a world championship, they are very hungry, and they're always gonna come.
Devin Haney highlights something many fans missed before fight night, which was Teofimo Lopez lacking focus. The distractions, the talking, and the misplaced attention showed inside the ring. Shakur Stevenson came in locked, calm, and fully prepared for 12 rounds of problem-solving. While Teofimo Lopez was mentally scattered, Shakur Stevenson stayed present in every exchange. Focus wins championships. Shakur treated this like a career-defining moment. Teofimo treated it like another headline. The ring always exposes which mindset truly belongs at the top.
What did you make of it?
At the end of the day, if you look at interviews before the fight, I was saying that, you know, something looked off about him. He looked like he just wasn't really focused on the fight. He said my name before the fight more than he even.
Keyshawn Davis shows pure respect and brotherhood after the final bell, praising Shakur Stevenson for the performance. That reaction speaks volumes. Fighters know levels better than anyone. Inside the ring, Shakur Stevenson made the fight look controlled, calm, and professional. There was no panic, no rushing, and no wasted movement. When peers react with admiration instead of debate, it confirms what the cameras already showed. Shakur Stevenson did not just win on points. He earned respect through precision, discipline, and complete command of the contest.
Keep boxing!
Antonio Tarver reacts with admiration for the quality of the performance rather than just the result. The emphasis is on finishing moments and rising on big nights. Shakur Stevenson delivered exactly that. He handled the pressure, embraced the spotlight, and proved he can dominate without losing composure. Teofimo Lopez had moments of aggression, but Shakur Stevenson dictated when exchanges happened. Big fights demand control, not chaos, and Shakur showed he belongs in that elite category.
Bro, it's easy to get a guy hurt, but it's great when you finish. You feel me? The dude had an amazing night over here. He came all the way from the UK, bro.
Terrence Crawford breaks it down perfectly by pointing to control and disruption. Shakur Stevenson refused to let Teofimo Lopez settle into any rhythm. Whenever Teofimo tried to box, Shakur shut it down. When pressure came, Shakur stood his ground. That adaptability separates great fighters from good ones. Teofimo Lopez was constantly reacting, never dictating. Shakur Stevenson made him fight on unfamiliar terms, drained his confidence, and slowly took ownership of the entire contest.
He wasn't letting him do what he wanted in there. He wasn't letting him just box his way through the fight. So, you know what I mean? He had to stand there and fight him at times.
Antonio Tarver breaks down why this performance carries serious weight. The comparison to legends is not hype. Shakur Stevenson shows defensive mastery, ring intelligence, and the courage to stand his ground when required. Against Teofimo Lopez, he did not just move and survive. He engaged, adapted, and proved depth to his skill set. This was not a safety-first display. This was control mixed with confidence. Teofimo Lopez brought pressure and intensity, but Shakur Stevenson absorbed it without panic. That balance of calm and competitiveness is what places fighters in pound-for-pound conversations. Performances like this redefine reputations.
Just quickly on Shakur Stevenson tonight, they were sent up there. It was a brilliant performance. What did you make of it?
I wasn't surprised. I knew he had that in him. I wasn't. Check Tarver's takeout, bro. He did that shit, bro, and he showed the world that he was a pound-for-pound type of talent. You know, you got to start comparing him to guys like Pernell Whitaker. You got to start comparing him to guys like Floyd Mayweather because he's going about it the same way. But tonight, he put more of his heart on the line. He stood toe-to-toe with a beast. So it showed that he had a lot more wrinkles to his game. So I would say a complete performance from Shakur Stevenson.
Terence Crawford focuses on the small details that swing elite-level fights. Those clean, sharp touches matter. Shakur Stevenson understood scoring, positioning, and optics. While Teofimo Lopez tried to bully moments, Shakur Stevenson quietly stacked points. Every jab, every check hook, every short counter added up. Teofimo Lopez applied pressure, but pressure without payoff only benefits the calmer fighter. Judges reward control and accuracy, not effort alone. Shakur Stevenson made every exchange count and turned Teofimo Lopez's aggression into a disadvantage. That is veteran awareness in a young fighter's body.
He was, but at the same time, he was getting hit with little shots that he shouldn't have been getting hit with. And it looked good to the judges, you know, especially keeping somebody on the ropes and, you know, hitting them with the little shots, pressuring them, you know.
Chris Algieri highlights the combination that defines Shakur Stevenson, which is volume with elite defense. That mix suffocates opponents. Teofimo Lopez struggled to land clean because Shakur Stevenson controlled range and timing. Physical strength played a role too. Shakur Stevenson did not get pushed back easily. When a fighter can throw without sacrificing defense, pressure fighters lose options. Teofimo Lopez kept trying to force openings that simply were not there. This was a style clash that favored intelligence over aggression, and Shakur Stevenson executed it to perfection.
You know, he's a volume guy, but Shakur's got great defense. He's physically strong for the weight class, so not really surprised. I didn't watch it yet. Obviously, it's following the fights, but
you are surprised
did they say what the scores were?
Paulie Malignaggi makes it clear that this outcome was expected by those who understand boxing. Shakur Stevenson winning was not an upset to educated eyes. His technical base, discipline, and ring IQ separate him from the pack. Teofimo Lopez came in with confidence, but confidence alone does not solve puzzles like this. Shakur Stevenson consistently shows he belongs at the top of the weight class. When experts react without shock, it confirms dominance rather than luck. This win strengthens Shakur Stevenson's claim as the standard bearer in the division.
No, I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if he lost. I'm not surprised that he won. No, I'm not surprised at all. I think Shakur is the best lightweight training that fighter around those weight.
Abdullah Mason captures the confusion surrounding Teofimo Lopez after the loss. Questions start flying about trainers and changes, but the issue runs deeper than corners. The problem was inside the ring. Shakur Stevenson exposed habits, impatience, and tactical gaps. Switching trainers does not fix discipline overnight. This defeat forces serious reflection. Shakur Stevenson did not win because of luck or circumstance. He won because he was better prepared, mentally sharper, and technically superior. When conversations shift from strategy to rebuilding, it shows how decisive the loss really was.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
That's it, man. Sometimes it goes that way, right? He needs to get a new trainer probably, right?
I don't know about that.
That's not going to help?
I don't know.
Shakur Stevenson celebrates a career-defining victory with Terence Crawford by his side, and the image says it all. This is more than a win, it is a statement. Every movement in the ring, every calculated punch, and every defensive maneuver showed mastery over Teofimo Lopez. Standing alongside a legend like Terence Crawford not only solidifies Shakur Stevenson's reputation, but also signals to the boxing world that he belongs in elite company. The respect from peers tells fans what the scorecards alone cannot. Shakur Stevenson did not just win, he dominated with intelligence, poise, and precision. While Teofimo Lopez came in confident and aggressive, Shakur Stevenson's calm approach exposed weaknesses, punished overcommitments, and controlled the fight from start to finish. This win reinforces the difference between talent and greatness. One fighter reacts to chaos, the other thrives in it. Shakur Stevenson absorbed pressure, maintained focus, and dictated the pace, leaving no doubt about who earned the victory. Standing there with Crawford, you see history acknowledging a future star. This moment will be remembered as the fight where Shakur Stevenson truly arrived, not just as a champion but as a fighter who thinks 3 steps ahead of his opponent. Ends, and Shakur Stevenson emerges as the undisputed star of the night. Every round showcased his intelligence, timing, and ability to control the ring against a confident but reckless Teofimo Lopez. The youth, power, and reputation of Teofimo Lopez could not overcome the calm precision and tactical brilliance of Shakur Stevenson. Fans saw a fighter who does not just win but dominates by thinking faster, moving smarter, and punishing mistakes without panic. The reactions from peers like Terence Crawford, Antonio Tarver, Paulie Malignaggi, and Keyshawn Davis confirm what everyone watching witnessed. Shakur Stevenson delivered a complete performance that combined skill, heart, and ring IQ in a way that reminds boxing fans why legends are remembered long after the fight is over. Teofimo Lopez may have power and speed, but he lacked the discipline and patience to withstand Shakur Stevenson's calculated attacks and relentless focus. This is a fight that will be talked about for years, as the night Shakur Stevenson proved he is among the elite in the sport and a name that will define the lightweight division. Do you agree with Shakur Stevenson's dominance, and do you see him continuing to rise in boxing? Let us know in the comments and join the debate below.